Hello everybody, it's Matthew here again, and we're now going to do my next episode of Card Sharks, BigJon's. This is season number 4, and today, Alex Houle is taking on Ben Mason. So let's get to the game. You guys know how to play. First question. Yep. And first question always goes to the champ. That's Alex Houle. You guys ready?
Let's go.
All right.
Yes.
Alex, we found 100 motorcycle club members in New York City, and we asked them, would you trust a woman mechanic to work on your bike? How many of these members said yes, they would trust a female mechanic to work on the bike?
Well, I mean, mechanics, you know, are like usually guys, so.
Do you trust a woman is what the question is asking.
Yeah, but trusting a woman, well, I'm gonna say that's a high number. I'll say 62.
62 of 100 motorcycle club members in New York City said they would trust a woman mechanic to work on his bike. Ben, higher or lower than 62?
Interesting question. Very interesting. I'm going to go lower because, well, sometimes you can trust a woman and other times, well, you're not so lucky. But I'll say lower.
All right, lower. And the actual number of these club members who would trust a woman mechanic is 57, just a little lower. You missed it by 5, Houle. But Ben, you get the nod. Your card is a 4.
Let's play it higher.
Higher than a 4. A king.
Lower.
Lower than a king. A 7.
And it's getting cold in here. Freezing.
All right. Putting you 2 cards away from game 1. Second question goes to you, Mr. Mason. Ben, we asked 100 Australian women, have you been robbed or held up on the streets? How many of these Aussie women said yes, they have been robbed or held up on the streets?
You think the money check would know this one?
Hard to say.
Hard to say, indeed. I'm going to say... Wow. I'll say 36.
Okay, 36 of 100 Australian women said they've been robbed or held up on the streets. Alex, higher or lower than 36?
I'm going to say just a little bit higher.
Going higher. And the actual number of these Australian women is 5. Only 5. It is much lower. Ben, you still have that 7.
Toss it in the garbage.
All right. 7 is now a queen.
Lower.
Lower than a queen, a 7.
Lower.
You're taking a chance?
Yeah.
Okay. Taking a chance for the first game of the match. Lower than a 7. It is a 5, and Ben Mason has won. This is round 2. And the first question goes to you, Alex. Alex, we asked 100 people. Should a psychiatrist report their murder patient to the police? How many of these people said yes, the psychiatrist should report their murder patient to the cops?
I think that's going to be like somewhere in the middle. I'll say about 53.
Okay, 53 of 100 people said the psychiatrist should report their murder patient to the police. Ben, higher or lower than 53?
Let's go higher.
Going higher. And the actual number of these people who said the psychiatrist should report the murder patient is 66. It is just a little higher by 13. Ben, your card is an 8. 7 plus 1.
Toss it.
All right. The 8 becomes a queen.
Lower.
Lower than a queen. A 4.
Higher.
Higher than a 4. A 6. You gonna freeze, you say?
Yeah.
All right. Freezing on the 6, not giving Alex a chance. Question 2 goes to you, Ben. Then we asked 100 stewardesses. These are people who are flight attendants on the plane, I believe. Do you get annoyed when a male passenger flirts with you? How many of these stewardesses said yes, they do get annoyed when a male passenger flirts?
Let me think. Flirting? Well, if I was working for the airlines and I was a male flight attendant, if there was such a thing, and I'm sure there would be, I'd get annoyed if a girl flirted with me too. But anywho, I'm going to say 73.
Okay, 73 of 100 stewardesses said they do get annoyed when a male passenger flirts with her. Alex, higher or lower than 73?
That's gotta be a lot lower.
Going lower. And the actual number of these stewardesses who get annoyed is 38. It is much lower by almost double. And Alex, you finally get a chance. An 8th!
Oh, awesome card. Lower.
Lower than an ace, a queen.
Lower.
Lower than a queen, a jack. Lower than a jack, a 6.
High.
Ooh. Taking a chance to tie out the match. Higher than a 6. It's an 8. 7 plus 1, and Alex has done it. In this round, 3 cards will be dealt out. First question goes to you, Alex. Alex, we asked 100 taxi cab drivers. Have you been mugged by a passenger? How many of these taxi cab drivers said yes, they have been mugged by a passenger?
I'm gonna say about 45.
45 of 100 taxi cab drivers said they have been mugged by a passenger. Ben, higher or lower than 45?
It's not that common, so I'll say lower.
All right, lower. And the actual number of taxi cab drivers who have been mugged by a passenger is 31. It is just a little lower. Ben, your card is an 8. 7 plus 1.
And it's going away.
All right, 8 becomes an ace.
Lower.
Lower than an ace, a 7.
Lower.
Taking a chance for the championship. Lower. Oh no, a 9. Alex, your card is an 8. 7 plus 1, and you got to play it.
I'm gonna take the chance to go higher.
Higher than an 8? Oh no, a 6. Question 2 is yours, Ben. We found 100 married couples who were married for 50 years, and we asked the men, was the first year of marriage the hardest? How many of these men said yes, the first year was the hardest? The first year of marriage was the hardest.
Well, you know, it can be hard. Depends on what the situation is like. But I'm sure it'll work out in the end for these married couples, as it has been, I'm sure. But anyway, I'm going to say, I'm thinking 70.
7-0?
Yes, sir.
70 of 100 men said the first year was the hardest. Alex, higher or lower than 70?
Well, I do have to agree with what Ben said. I mean, the first year of the marriage can be tough. So I'm gonna say it's just a little lower than that.
Going lower. And the actual number of men who said the first year was hardest is 40. It is lower by 30. And Alex, you have your 8.
Not anymore. Change it.
All right, I don't blame you for doing it. The 8 becomes a queen.
Lower.
Lower than a queen. A 5. What was that?
Higher.
All right. For the championship, higher than a 5. An 8. And Alex has won again. Ben, you get $100 for participating. And Alex, you go to the money card, see if you can redeem yourself there.
I'll see you, Matthew.
All right. And Alex, I'm sure you already know about the money cards. We'll start you at the bottom row with $200 of betting money, where you'll bet your way across 3 cards. Move to the second row, $500 more of betting money. You'll bet your way across another 3 cards. $50 is the minimum bet till you get to the top card, the big bet, where you must bet at least half the money. You can change the base card 1 time per line. If you play it right, you can win $33,600. And you get a joker just for making it to the money cards. Are you ready, Alex?
No.
All right. For $200, Alex, you start off with a king.
All of it lower.
$200, lower than a king. It is a 9, doubling it to $400.
Let's change the 9 with number 2, please.
Okay. The 9 is now a 5. A little better. You have $400 on a 5.
I'll go 150 higher.
150 again?
Yes, 150.
Okay.
150.
Okay, got you there. 150 higher than a 5. It is an 8. $550 and an 8. 7 plus 1.
Let's go 100 higher.
All right. $100 higher than an 8. It is not. It is a 3, but that's okay. You get your 5. You get 500. You're now to 950. You now have 950 and a 3.
Hey, let's hope it doesn't happen again. All of it higher.
$950 higher than a 3. It is a jack. 1900 and a jack.
Okay, let's go 600 lower.
Okay. It's an 8. 7 plus 1. You have 2,500 and a jack. Or excuse me, an 8. Excuse me.
Okay, let's change the 8 with number 1.
All right. Let's see if we can make a good change this time. The 8 becomes a 4.
Let's go $2,000 higher.
Okay. It's an 8. 7 plus 1, you now have $4,500. And you're at the big bet. You must bet at least $2,250.
Let's change the 8 with number 3.
All right. Just get that thing. Okay, and he's changing the 8. The 8 becomes a 7. You must bet at least $2,250 on the 7.
That's exactly what I'm doing. $2,250 higher.
All right. Half the pot. $2,250 higher than a 7. It's another 7. A push. No win, no loss. So you don't lose anything, Alex. You now go up to $62,500. And you have one chance at finding a $30,000 jackpot.
5.
Okay. Is it behind 5? No. Oh, you missed it by 1 again. 6. So jackpot will be worth 40 grand next time. We're out of time for today, so we'll see you guys for the next game. I believe it will be against Gary Newkirk. 62,500 for Alex Houle. So we'll see if somebody can take him down. See y'all next time. Goodbye, everybody.